We'll start by playing out for you the interview with Prashant Bhushan. He's deeply disturbed by what's going on and he's calling Arvind Kejriwal a complete liar. Take a look at this.
At one time, he was Arvind Kejriwal's closest associate, sounding board and crusader in the same causes. Joining us now is Prashant Bhushan. Sir, how have things gone so horribly wrong between you and Arvind Kejriwal? The two of you were so close. What's happened, sir?
Well, I think the two problems that I had always told Arvind about, that look, you have many good qualities, outstanding qualities, but you have two very fatal weaknesses. One is that your desire to control the decision making in the party, and the second is your willingness to use unethical means. Now, therefore, perhaps he felt that I was not willing to toe the line, that I was willing to stand up and tell him that, look, I would not agree to this. For example, forming the government with Congress support in Delhi after the Lok Sabha elections. He was very keen to do that. I put my foot down on that, as a result of which it was voted down in the PAC as well as in the National Executive. But yet he insisted on doing that. Now, he has actually unfortunately admitted that he is not willing to be in an organization where his writ does not run. I have told him that this is not good for the party. It's essential that in the decision-making bodies you need to have people who are not only independent-minded but willing to stand up to you when you do something which is considered by others to be totally against the party interest or totally against public interest. Because while I defer to his political judgment usually, but on some occasions where I feel very strongly, I put my foot down. Perhaps he found this too inconvenient.
So what happens now? Arvind Kejriwal's camp members are saying that you wanted Arvind to step down as convener and that was a prerequisite, and they said that that was not acceptable.
That is totally absurd and false. I mean, I am surprised that this level of falsehood is being resorted to by members of the Political Affairs Committee. And not just this, several falsehoods, one after another. They say that we have resigned. They say that all the suggestions for institutional reforms that we had made have been accepted by the party, where the fact is that not one of those has been accepted. They say that Yogendra Yadav was insisting on post of in charge of Haryana when they on their side were raising this again and again, but he said that, look, this is not the issue at all. We have raised 6 issues of institutional reforms relating to party coming under RTI, which is what the party had promised. There being proper accountability in the party.
They say you wanted to get Kejriwal in trouble. That one of your demands was that the 4 primary charges that have surfaced recently, which included Kejriwal trying to split the Congress, the audio sting that came out, you wanted the Lokpal to inquire into that. They're saying you wanted the convener to trip and fall.
Well, if such a serious allegation has been made, which has appeared on tape, which shows that somebody, maybe the main leader of the party, was wanting to split the Congress party and form a government with the support of those very persons whom he had himself accused of having been bought by the BJP, then is that not a matter which needs to go to the internal Lokpal of the party? Is the party's top leadership above all accountability? So, those were all issues arising out of the founding principles of the party. transparency, accountability, internal democracy, that volunteers' opinions should be taken, their votes should also be taken on important issues, and Swaraj, which meant decentralization of power, so that local body elections in the states could be decided upon by the state units.
How have the negotiations over the past couple of days been? Was the Kejriwal camp serious in its intent to try and find a rapprochement, or do you think Arvind had already made up his mind that he wanted you and Professor Yadav out of the national?
Well, unfortunately, again and again, the only thing that was coming out was that, well, we'll settle these other issues later, or that we'll do something about the other issues of internal reforms. But you should resign because Arvind is no longer willing to work with you, that he can't work with you, and therefore you should resign. So we said, well, if these institutional reforms are agreed to and implemented by the party, we have no problem in resigning if our resignation leads to such important...
They're now saying you've resigned, that they've accepted your resignation.
Well, I can only pity the sense and sensibility of some of our PAC members, because they don't even understand that the PAC is nobody. PAC is a creature of the national executive. PAC is nobody to accept resignations of members of the national executive, etc. Besides, our note says very clearly that if these 6 institutional reforms are accepted, then we are willing to resign, which we have reiterated in this open letter that we have sent to...
I read that letter. So what, you're one of India's foremost lawyers, and some would say possibly not fit for the cutthroat world of politics. Are you now fed up and disgusted with what's happening? Do you just want to go back to law, or will you keep a foot in the world of politics?
I'm disgusted with the kind of things that are happening in the party, including the kind of lies that are being spread by members of our PSC. But you see, this party was made on the sweat and toil of lakhs of volunteers and activists who came out and who formed this party in the hope and the belief that they are creating something totally different from conventional political parties, that this is a party which is going to practice a different kind of politics, that it was supposed to be founded on these principles of Swaraj, internal democracy, accountability, transparency, etc. And I am certainly not cut out for the cut and thrust of conventional politics. And if this party is going to become a conventional political party, then that is certainly not my place. I would not be at home in such a party at all. But I am still trying to ensure that the party comes back to its original founding.
Do you think that's still possible, or have you given up?
No, I think it's still possible. So let us see what the volunteers, National Council members, etc. think and feel.
Kejriwal is very confident that he's got a majority of the National Council on his side. It's a bit like Modi. You know, when Advani ji was opposed to Modi, there was a crescendo, Modi, Modi, Modi. Do you fear it could be similar against you and Professor Yadav at the National Council?
No, I don't think that this party has become already what BJP had become some time back. See, BJP had degenerated over a large number of years. I think in our party the degeneration has just started, and therefore there are a lot of founding members of the party who came out with a lot of idealism, who want to ensure that the party comes back on track and back to its founding principles.
Okay. Before I end, are you going to push for a vote in the National Council? What happens for you next? What's your strategy going to be?
Obviously, if there are contentious resolutions which are moved, there should be a vote, and it should be a vote by secret ballot.
Because last time you asked for secret ballot, but you never got it.
Well,
do you have a sense that a majority of the people are on Arvind Kejriwal's side? Or do you feel that there are lots of people who've been calling you and give you a sense that they're on your side too?
There is certainly a lot of agitation amongst the volunteers and members of the party who feel agitated about the facts, about both facts, that the principles of the party are being compromised and the unity of the party is under threat.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. We wish you all the best. Thank you.
So one of the two camps is lying, and they're lying through their teeth, and I'm keen on finding out which one. Joining me now is Milan Gupta. He's been with the Aam Aadmi Party since the very beginning. In this entire fracas, he's supporting Prashant Bhushan and Yogender Yadav. Joining us also at this time is Aam Aadmi Party MLA Saurabh Bhardwaj. He's joining us. Saurabh, I have a straight, direct question to you. You've heard what Prashant Bhushan says. You are saying that you've got their resignation letter. I interviewed both Yogender and Prashant. They say they never resigned. Where is this letter? Show it to me.
I think both the camps, or like both the sides, are talking about the note which was sent by Prashant ji and Yogender ji, and I think this is being debated a lot on the Twitter also. I don't have any personal knowledge about like which letter, but from the sense which I get from the Twitter, I think they are talking about a note which was sent by...
No. Once again. Saurabh Bhardwaj, you're an MLA. You're representing the Kejriwal camp. Don't refer to what's going on Twitter. Because your leaders are saying that there is a resignation letter. I haven't seen that resignation letter. I have read that note. That note says that the both of them are prepared to resign provided 5 conditions are met. Can our producers play out those graphics on which those 5 conditions are? Those are the conditions they're talking about. There is no resignation letter. If there is, show it to us, Saurabh.
Saurabh, stop doing time pass. Yeah, if you don't have information, step aside. Step aside. We are trying to save it.
Look, Milan, I'm representing Aam Aadmi Party here. So, you know, I'm not representing Kejriwal camp or Prashant Bhushan camp. I'm representing Aam Aadmi Party here. So,
you are representing me as well, okay?
Party. I don't know. Yes. So, I don't know. I'm trying to use, you know, as good words as possible for you. But just because you are frustrated about something, you shouldn't behave like this on a television channel. Let's be courteous to each other.
Just one second. Saurabh, you're not answering my question. You're representing the Aam Aadmi Party. Right. Officially, the Aam Aadmi Party is represented by the Kejriwal camp. They are claiming they have a resignation letter. I'm saying if you have this resignation letter, can you show it to us, please? Because Yogender Yadav and Prashant Bhushan are categorically denying that they resigned. This is the most farcical situation that's playing out currently, Saurabh.
Rahul ji, you know, I'll not get any pleasure out of, you know,
he doesn't have answers here.
Prashant Bhushan
you guys are doing time pass all around.
Is lying, or you know, Kejriwal and his associates are lying. What I am saying is, whatever I get from the, you know, whatever knowledge I have, I think they are both referring to the note.
And the note doesn't have any... If everyone's referring to that note, then I'm afraid Ashish Khaitan and everyone who's spoken so far is lying through their teeth, because that note has no mention of a voluntary resignation. It says they're prepared to resign provided 5 conditions are met. Those conditions haven't been met. Milan, why are you on Prashant and Yogender's side in this fracas?
No, Rahul, actually I'm not on Yogender and Prashant Bhushan's side. They're the issues which they have raised are common to the issues which volunteers and National Council members have been raising. Very similar, but not exactly. So, for example, we've been asking the National Council list should be made public. These guys, I mean, Saurabh, yaar, come on, you know what, frankly, you guys have picked on easy targets, Prashant Bhushan and Yogender Yadav. They are nice people. They need to be, you know, they won't attack, they're not aggressive. They are, you know, because of their academic and legal background. They deal with me, man. Where is the National Council list? It was, and the meeting was supposed to be of 3 days. You guys, and it was resolved last time on 31st January. It is absolutely a one day. Chai peene aayenge and people will go back. Tomorrow we are meeting. There is no Dhara 144 applicable in Aam Aadmi Party.
Who all are meeting tomorrow?
National Council people, we are meeting. We have organized a meeting.
And they say that Shanti Bhushan is organizing some kind of a coup against Kejriwal.
Shanti Bhushan is not organizing it. We are all, these guys have been saying that.
Who are you? How many people do you have on your side?
So we have about 70 people who have already confirmed, and because of you know, media.
How many people does the National Council have?
It is supposed to be 295, and this is the detail which has been, which is the issue which, thank God, has become. National Council is supposed to consist of only 295 founding members. These guys have put in district conveners, state conveners, they appointed, their chamchas appointed from top. They will be voting day after tomorrow, and obviously in favor of the establishment. The founding members, and they are on record, they are supposed to be attending the meeting only. Nobody else.
But it seems rules are very flexible, Saurabh Bhardwaj in the Aam Aadmi Party. Whatever suits Kejriwal flies. If it's supposed to be a 3-day meeting, then surely there must have been a proper discussion. There hasn't been. Prashant Bhushan and Yogendra Yadav are saying, let's sit face to face, let's talk. They've been calling for a meeting. That hasn't happened either. Surely Kejriwal can find some time to douse the fire in his house.
I'm sure, there were meetings happening between Prashant ji, Yogendra ji and Arvind ji through some mediators. That was happening.
Why should there be mediators, Saurabh? Why can't they meet face to face and solve this problem?
Yeah. So there may be some strategies for that. However, what I'm saying is they are meeting at a meeting on National Council day after tomorrow. So anything
who are
what has to
meeting
be
here? Who are
discussed,
meeting?
they
Kya
can
chai wale
discuss it
halwai
in the
aa rahe hain ki
party.
who are the
Everybody.
295 people who are meeting here?
I think everybody who is part of National Council has been invited to that National Council, and they will meet and discuss party affairs. I think this is an internal matter for the party, and the best platform for a party should be a party platform. This is what I am urging.
No, one of the two camps tonight is lying and lying brazenly. And the principal point is, and I read that letter, it says that the charges that have been levelled against Kejriwal must be investigated by the Lokpal. Milan, that's right? Is
Yes,
that not a very reasonable demand that you got some very serious charges against Kejriwal? They must be investigated.
Yeah, so I mean, they have to be investigative, they have to be, it's all time passed. They don't even respect Lokpal at the moment. It's absolutely disrespect for constitution which has been going on. For example, there's a demand that the Lokpal is a very neutral person, everybody respects. The chairperson of day after tomorrow's meeting should be somebody neutral, somebody like Admiral Ramdas or maybe Keshore Asthana or Kumari Anpan. They were the election officers last time. They are hell bent on giving the mic to one of the coterie guys. I mean, there is no such hard and fast rule. For example, Yogendra Yadav chaired the last time's meeting. Usse pehle the first one was Prashant Bhushan, and then followed by Arvind Kejriwal himself. So these guys are just doing all the time pass. They want to control.
What do you think will happen?
So it's a non-event. Frankly speaking, Rahul, it's a non-event day after tomorrow. Legally, it's a non-event. Absolutely. If they wanted to...
No, but they're determined to throw Prashant and Yogendra out.
It's a show. It's a absolutely non-event. They can throw them out any which way.